and thanks for joining us today. This is our very first session. In this, we are going to discuss what is Amazon Bedrock and how to use it with Node.js. So let's get started. Yeah. So this is Amazon's official Bedrock page. So here they explain what is the Amazon Bedrock. So basically, that is the easiest way to build and scale the generative AI applications with the foundational models. So as you might know, like there are a couple of foundational models available by various organizations like Meta and Anthropy and so on. The Amazon Bedrock provides various models you can use. So it provides the models from the cloud, the command and embed, Jurassic, Llama 2, Mistral AI, Stable Diffusion and Titan. So the Titan is from AWS itself. The pricing we will see very quick. So Amazon pricing is mostly depends on the number of calls you do with the token. So token is nothing but the words you provide in the request, or it comes from the response. So before you get started, it is highly recommended to go through this page. We will put this link in the description and you can check that out. Yeah. We'll talk really quick about which kind of different features Amazon Bedrock offers, right? So in terms of the features, you get range of the leading foundational models. You can do the customization on those models, like you can do a fine tuning, like if there is a foundational models and you want to put your own organizational data in it, and then retrieve that data from that model, you can do that, right? Yeah, Amazon Bedrock does support the RAG as well. So basically, it delivers the more relevant foundational model responses to the users from your organizational data. They also supports the agents as well. So basically, you can create an agent, and that agent works for users behind the scene without they're doing anything for themselves. So this is also a good thing to try it out. So in today's session, we are going to discuss couple of things. So starting with the Amazon Bedrock model access. So Amazon Bedrock model access is basically, before you work with any base models, you have to request those model access, then only you will be able to use that. Yeah. So for example, they currently supports more than 24, I think around 24 models, and those are from couple of companies like AI24 Labs, the Amazon's foundational models, the Anthropic models, Cohere models, Meta, Mistral AI, and then Stability AI, all the models. So as you can see right now, uh, I requested the access for a couple of models, and I was granted for some of them and not for some of them. The reason is basically, when I did the sign up, right, in that sign up I did not provide my payment method right now. So as soon as I will provide more payment instruments, it will work for me. But for now, for sake of this tutorial, having the access of this Amazon's base model should be fine. If you want to access the model, you go to the Amazon Bedrock. So you search for the Bedrock here, and once you search for that, click on the get started, and here on the left side you will see the model access button. Here you will land to this page. Now once you land to this page, you can click on the model access over here, and let's say you want the access of this Jurassic 2 mid or ultra, so you can click on them and you can click on the save changes. So as soon as you do that, it will say the access request is in progress, and if you've provided the payment methods and every details, it should be access granted very shortly. Alright, so now as we know, we have the access of the Amazon Titan models, right? So what we will do is we will do the hands-on with that, and we will see how to integrate that, or how to integrate in the Node.js application, right? And before you begin the development itself, basically there is one thing you need to keep in mind. AWS does provide the if you want to basically access the foundational models, you need to create the IAM users, right? So the IAM users is nothing but identity and access management control from the Amazon for the security, and using that you create one user For example, I have created one user over here. You can see the Bedrock dev for the development and testing purposes, and as you click on that, you will be able to see, like, there are two permission policies are attached to this user, right? So you need to attach this Bedrock permissions to that users, and once this user is created, then you need to go to the security credentials, and you need to generate the access key. So this will be the access key which you will be actually using in your code. Yeah. Alright, so I have already this access key already generated, so um, I'm skipping that part. Now I'm going to the actual code part. So in order to facilitate the development, what I did is basically I created this open source repository, which I will add in the description. So basically, in this repository, you need to clone the session 0 branch. So as soon as you will clone the session 0 branch, it will have the basic setup of the Node.js project and nothing else. And you can see quickly the package JSON file. It doesn't have anything, a basic standard setup of the Node.js only. Yeah. Now I'm going back to so once this project is cloned, so it will look something like that, which I'm opening right now on this in the screen. Yeah, so this is the standard project. So let me just run this project. Let me do that npm I to install the dependencies, and then npm run start. So it will run the project. So now you can see now the project is running on the port 3001. I copy this URL and open that into the browser. So you can see now the success is coming, which means like the Node.js application is running. Yeah. You need to make sure before you run this command, you need to follow these steps. You need to make sure you have Node.js installed in your system, and then you do the npm I to install the dependencies, and then run the project. Alright, so now the project is running. What I will do is I will basically try to set up the environment for calling the Bedrock APIs, right? So for that, basically we will need to install one dependency from the Amazon. So the dependency is uh, the Amazon client Bedrock runtime. So that you can see like Amazon client Bedrock runtime npm. If you search for that, so here is the runtime library which we will use. So copy that, and now npm I. Alright, so now this library is being installed, and meanwhile we will do a basic setup over here. So we'll create a one folder for modules. We will create another folder inside that for Bedrock to make our application more modular. We'll create a file inside that which will be bedrock.ts file, because we are using the TypeScript here. Okay, so the dependency has been installed here and the file has been created. So I do have one boilerplate code already created, so I will just go and grab it for you guys, and I will explain that line by line. So here I am pasting that boilerplate code which I already have created. So here basically we are importing the necessary classes from the AWS's library. Here we are creating a one class, and here we are creating a one static method which we will be using. This prompt is nothing but user input. Whatever you want user to provide, it will be the prompt. Here I am using the AWS region as a US East 1. You can use whatever is nearest to your end users. You can use that. Here you can see I have created a one client with that AWS region, as well as I have used these credentials. Now this is important, like for the demonstration purposes I have pasted over here, but in ideal cases never commit this credentials to your repository. Otherwise, any hackers can steal that, and it can be disaster. So after this session, I'm going to delete these credentials, so nothing to worry from my side. But yeah, you have to make sure on that. Now the next one is the input parameters. So these are basically parameters where we say like what is the model ID, what is the content type, which is a JSON, and what is in the body for the request, right? So yeah, basically we are going to provide the input text as the prompt, whichever text input user has provided, and then check text generation configuration, which is how many maximum token count, which is word count I want. So for now I kept it as a 512. The next one is the invoke model command, which we configure with the provided input. Now the only thing is, once as the command is ready, we have the client is ready with the credentials above, so we just invoke the send method with that command. So what it will do is basically it will fetch the response from the AWS server from that Titan model. And now you can see, like, we get the response uh, in the encoded format. So we decode it over here with the API response.body, and decoding it with the text decoder. And once it is decoded, we pass that with the JSON. And once we pass with the JSON, we can basically send it back to the invoker, right? So now we need to basically invoke this method from wherever we want. For sake of simplicity, we will just go here and we'll call that from here. So we'll call Bedrock, which is our class we created, and then content for, and so we want the content for any of the prompts. So for example, how can you help us, right? So this text will go to the Amazon's model, and that model will respond, right? And then now we can print the response always. So let's try to print that response. So let us log the response here. All right, now everything seems to be good. Now we will again call that API with that port number, and let's see what happens. Okay, so now we going here, and yeah, actually one thing we will do here, instead of sending success, let us send the response which we get from the AWS. So yeah, let's do that instead. Yeah, it should be the Annie for now, just for the simplicity. Okay, now should be good. Let's refresh that page. Okay, so looks like we are not running that. So let's do npm run start, and the project should be running. Yeah, the project is running now. Let's refresh it. Now you can see it is calling the AWS API behind the scene, and looks like something went wrong. Let's see what happened. Dot send is not a function. Yeah, so we have used the rest 2 times here, that's why it's giving us the problem. So let's name it response. So now things should be fine. So yeah, let's refresh that. Alright, so now you can see we got the response with the input text token count is a 6, so those were 6 words, and this is the result with the token count of 46 words around. So you can see like what is your goal, what are your budgets, what are your timeline, and things like that. It started asking, so based on that it will respond to us. So yeah, let's try something else, like um, what actions you can perform, right? And now let's refresh that. So now you can see, like, create a free account, select the item you wish to sell, take a clear photo of the item, add brief description, pricing, post your item. So basically it is telling us, like, whatever actions we configure, it can do that. uh, let's try something else. Which features do you have? Yeah, yeah, let's refresh that. Looks like it is not giving us the much accurate answers, but I hope, like, you got the idea of how to use that Amazon model, and how to invoke that, and how to send the response to the end user. This is very basic tutorial we came up with. We will have the code pushed to the repository on that. It will be under the session 1 branch, so you will be able to see that. We will also create the medium block for that, which you will be able to see in the description section, or the comment section of this video. Yeah, besides that, a small promotion of us. So we are Lush Binary Technologies. So we are working on the generative AI technologies since couple of months now. We do have experience working with the OpenAI's APIs as well as the Amazon Bedrock APIs. If you have any questions, or if you want to develop anything with that, feel free to reach out to us. We are based in US as well as in India. We do have a large portfolio of couple of great projects. Feel free to reach out for more details. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.